good morning. Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. Didn't sleep that well last night because I was sort of chewing over about the back steps, and so I was up early this morning, so I've just quickly knocked up some temporary steps. Although I've got these ones here which I made, which are brilliant, they're just my temporary steps for getting in the boat. I needed to develop what we were going to have on the back here, and I wanted to take out one of the steps because I don't want taking up too much room. So I've now increased the rise. We've still got quite a good going, but actually for me that works out quite well. And the reason I thought actually I'll get that done because when Cindy arrives today, she hasn't been into the boat from the stern yet. So by having the actual steps, which not these particular steps, but the actual height and rise and going of the steps, will give me a good indication of her reaction once she gets in. But yeah, so I just knock them up out the offcuts of the birch plywood, but again, anything to do with steps, you need to be, it's no good just making something rickety that as soon as you stand on it it's going to collapse because you have a bloody injury. So they're all supported underneath, they're just glued and staple gun together but they are actually solid enough to actually use. And the thing is, because of the head clearance we got here on the hatch, again on a design point of view, if I'd have thought about it a bit more, I'd have actually had the hatch a bit bigger to get the better headroom. But anyway, it's no good worrying about that. But with these steps in the position they are, I can come up there quite well, and I don't think I'm going to knock my head that much. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It's a real wet old day here at the boatyard. But anyway, so yeah, although I wasn't going to do anything today, as always I have done something, so we'll leave it there for now. Catch you. If it is her, she got up in good time. Oh, look at that, just flying around the corner. Oh, good timing. Well, good timing. Hello. 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 Come on then, stupid. Hello. How are you? Young Roxy. Hello, madam. You've got no here. Roxy's here for a little wander. Yes, good morning. Sunday morning, and yes, it's a loaf of bread. And this loaf of bread's special because this was made by Cindy's friend Tracy, who made it specially, baked it specially to bring up for us so we could have it over the weekend. So I thought, well, you know, because it's a special loaf, I've put it onto this lovely wooden platter here, which is obviously the cutout from one of the portholes, and I'm going to do the bread slicing demonstration with the saw again, because we're going to have bacon and egg sarnies, and as you can see, you know, that saw does cut that bread quite perfect. So there we go, that's cutting really, you know, I think every housewife should have a hard point saw. That's rather sexist, that, isn't it? Housewife, house person, should I say? I see on the news this morning. Who is it? Waitrose have done a special U card to you, or a special person card. rather than just keep doing Mother's Day cards. So it's like a gender neutral card, but anyway, that's all enough of that. So anyway, there you go. That's 4 nice slices of bread, which we're going to have some bacon and egg with. Speak to you all later. Hello everybody, like I said, it's the weekend. I wasn't doing anything much, but we've as you say, we've had the paints out and we've looked at some colours, and Cindy brought the trims up for the windows, so I've just put one on and they just need reducing in depth, and that's whisker, so I'm just going to put that through the saw and we'll try one out. So here we go. I cut too much off of that one. I think I got it wrong. I hadn't set the saw up properly. But hopefully we can recover it. There you go, we've reduced it down, and although I started off wrong, I think I can recover that without much mishap. And of course then we've ended up with a hula hoop, you know, so I can put my little slim figure in here and not really do it, but it's give you all a laugh at it. Or we can use it for the hoopla and with a prize. There we go. Let's see if it fits now, shall we? You coming up here, camera? Let's see if the boy's done any good or not. There we go. Don't even need any fixings in that. There we go, all fits, and as I say, we've got the windows that can open up. We just wanted to see what one looked like, but I am pleased with that. There we go. Speak to you all later. Right, bye bye, Rocks. Bye bye, you're going now. See you later. That's it, get your belt on. And off you go. See you later. Bye. Right. As I normally say, right, best crack on now. Oh, there's Sunday evening. Yeah, Cindy's gone on. I did a couple of little jobs this afternoon. Well, went down to Screwfix, get a few bits. Then also fitted the 2 other shutters so they fit the windows down the other end. And I think actually I'll do a little bit tonight. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm just going around doing these, cutting the cables back and putting the crimp connectors on, ready for when I put the lights in. They're sort of quiet time little job you can just do, because they're just hanging like that, the wires. So I just cut them off, put the crimp connectors on. So again, another little job that it all takes time, so I fancy doing something for half hour so I can just get on and do a couple of those. So I just thought I'd bring you in on that one. Speak to you later. Well, that's the first panel on in the back end of the boat here. I'm coming up to now where the bed position is, and the good thing through sleeping on the boat here, I've realised that although I'm quite happy on the crossbed, slightly tight on room, but you've got to accept that. I can touch my feet on the bottom. But one thing I notice is if I bring the panelling along this line here, which is all the way across the top of the gunnels, what I've noticed is at night I sort of put my head up and I catch on this edge along here. So just like I've done in the shower, I'm going to take this piece of framework out, and I'm going to basically slope this piece of board right back as tight as I can get to the metalwork there, so that then it's going to be a bit softer on the head when you bring your head up at night. I'll probably end up making some sort of little headboard type looking thing out of it. Ain't quite sure where we're going with it yet, but that's the fun of doing these sort of jobs. You can bring it in as you go. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring you in on that one. More to be revealed later. Yeah, hello there. Yeah, coming up for Monday lunchtime already. Just cutting another porthole out. All a bit much the same for the next few days now, so I'll get this side panelling sorted. Well, luckily that didn't drop on my foot, but I couldn't get my hand underneath to hold it. Yes, that's that. This is the one that's going above where the headboard is. So I've got to do some cutting out for where the slope of the headboard comes on this one. So yeah, a bit of working out to do. So I'll speak to you all later. Yeah, hello there. Yeah, just trying to work out this headboard that I'm going to do. It's quite interesting because I haven't really got much material to do it with. I've only got me leftover bits from the panelling, but then even that makes it more fun because I've got to be careful of how I do it and how I cut it. So yeah, I'm just getting it set out here now, so I just thought I'd bring you in on it for a minute. I'm going to have to put your phone on charge because the battery's getting low, and I'll show you how it all progresses. Bit of a bomb site in here, but this is the headboard that I'm just forming up. Whenever I get a bit creative, I always make a mess. So yeah, it's a bomb site right down the boat. But anyway, there we go. I'm just going to go over, see if I've got any posts, and then get back, get the kettle on, and it's that time of day for a cup of tea and a slice of cake. Speak to you all later. Yeah, here we go, the headboard's coming on. I've just got this side to glue. Just got to stick all these bits on. Then there's the panel from the side, which I've cut the hole out where the headboard's going to be sloping up from, so I've cut it out in the right place. So yeah, watch this space. Little update, as you can see, I'm in hell of a mess here, got my bed upside down, but it's getting late, but I want to just get this done. I've got the panel all ready to go up, nearly got the headboard done, so once I can get that up I can get straight and get my bed back together. So yeah, I've just got to go out to the van to get something, and then I'll crack on. Anyway, I've got my bed back together so I can actually get to sleep tonight. Yeah, basically got the headboard done, which there it is. And as I say, it don't seem a lot. I've just gained this little bit corner here, but I know that when I'm sleeping tonight, when I lift my head up, it won't bash on that sharp corner that was there before. But yeah, I feel it's come up well. I'm pleased with it anyway, and it goes around. Just made it go around the porthole. You know, I just got a piece to go in there, and a piece to go in there, and those joints won't be seen because the covers go in there. There we go. I'll say good night. Yeah, morning everybody. Yeah, today's little exercises. I'm getting the sliding hatch on the stern door sorted out, and I got these sliding door kit. Suppose it's 2 bar strips, and you get these 4 of these bushes. But basically, the distance there is too big to get in between the metal. So not got any engineering equipment, so have to adapt the old saw bench. This blade I'm about to change over anyway for a resharpen and put a new blade in for the rest of the woodwork I've got to do here. So I've rigged up a little jig, so I can just sit that in there like so, and I'll screw that down. Clamp it on there, then I just pass it through the saw, but I just do it, bring it up a little bit at a time, because I don't want to cut it in the full pelt, because in case it snaps and pulls the thing out. But I've already done those 2, which I'm more than happy with, so we'll just get on and do the other one now, or the 3rd one. So yeah, you just got to be adaptable in this game with everything, like, but be careful with what you do. Yeah, and there we go, 3rd one done. So yeah, you just got to be adaptable and make use of what you got. Anyway, I'll speak to you all later. Well, all seems to be going good. These are the brass strips that I've got for the these to be actually fitting on the hatch, which I'm just now drilling a few holes so I can screw them down onto the actual hatch. I'm lining the hatch with T&G boarding so it all flows through the same as the ceiling here. Yeah, 4 should be enough screws. Yeah, these only have a small screw because there's only like 12mm thickness of wood going on. There's no room to get any insulation on the hatch, so can't help that though. sure I get the countersunk deep enough for the screws, because I don't want the screw heads catching on the brass and fouling the run of it. So I did look to see if I could find anything on the internet, but I couldn't seem to get anybody to find anywhere showing you doing a hatch. So it's really just suss it out for yourself. Anyway, at least it's not raining today, so I can crack on with that. Right, so that's the holes drilled and countersunk, and yeah, this is the ball that I'm about to fit into the hatch in a bit, and I've just basically rebaited that so that sits in there pretty flush, and that'll be, I'll put a bit of little spot of glue on there, and some 4 little screws to hold that down in place. Yeah, so I've just screwed them on there. Screws are a bit long because that's all I have, but that doesn't really matter. I'm just going to grind them off. I've ground that one. So yeah, there we go. These balls are now ready to nearly go fitting in the hatch top. Yeah, I'm just drilling the 4 holes now, which the screw would go through to hold onto the brass bush, which will then in turn hold the whole thing together. Well, that's how I'm assuming it is anyway. But yeah, last hole. There we go, that's the 4 holes done. Yeah, right, we're now going to stick this this stuff all in here now. So out with the old good old grip fill or pink grip or whatever you want to call it. All basically the same sort of stuff. Right, set that one in. We can get the first board in. Stay there. That's number 1 in. Yeah, this won't be coming out anyway. Well, hopefully not. I'm going to put my extra boards. Alright, we've got it right. There's no turning back now. We don't want to be pulling this out, do we? There you go. didn't really need grip fill right in that part of the corner. And there we go. So right, that's that all in there. As I say, these little beauties, they just gotta, they'll then drop down. So I just make sure they're going to go in. Yep. That'll do. Now we're just going to put some clamps on. Just to help hold it down a bit. I'll cut that off a minute. Yeah, so there you have it. I'm just going to leave that for a few hours to set off, go and get started on something else, and then come back to this, and hopefully it's all going to be just how we want it to be. Speak to you all later. Yeah, so what I've done, I'm outside now and I've pre-drilled these brass strips, which are the ones that go down on the main runners there. This side I've already drilled out, I've clamped it and drilled it, and then I'll be then tapping the steel, fixing it down with countersunk machine screws. Yeah, sunny day here. Yeah, I'm sort of busy but quiet. Yeah, I'm glad to be outside actually for a change. Going through now, just tapping the holes out. I've got no cutting paste, so I'll just use a little dab of Utley Butley just to help it through. So I don't want to snap the bloody bit off, because I did that on doing some other holes the other day. So there we go. Hello there. Well, I got the hatch finished last night. Yeah, it works reasonably well. Bit of a fiddle because the iron runners on here were a bit out, so give me a bit of a problem, but I think it's going to work reasonably well. So yeah, we're all in and working. Bit of a mess down inside here because, well, as you know, I'm always in a mess, but I do clear up. But yeah, I've got the starting to make the cross bed now, so I've been a bit fiddly getting it worked out in my head. Made a couple of mistakes this morning, but I'm about to put this together, so I'll probably put it on the stand in a minute and we'll get a bit of that going together. Like, yeah, good evening everybody. Yeah, I've cracked on today. I didn't do much filming because I was sort of quite too focused on what I was doing, and it's a bit tricky working out. But anyway, this is the fruits of today. This is going to be part of the bed. Basically, it's a 4'6" wide crossbed that I'm making, and this item will actually sit central to the boat. So then there'll be like a make-up frame at the back, and then the crossbed where you've got the walkway, and basically in this top section here the actual frame was slotting that side, like it looked like a drawer, but it will actually pull out and it's the bed frame to go in this bit here. That'll be a storage drawer in the bottom, and then it's the same the other side. And then this will all be painted in with the colour scheme of the boat. But yeah, basically I've used, these were the offcuts of birch plywood from the side panels. So I've been making good use of them, and when I did my van, my narrow van as I call it, I did all that in birch plywood, and it really holds up. Well, I did that nearly 10 years ago now, and it's still solid as a rock, like, so that's why we're going to use the birch plywood up. But anyway, that's where we're at. I'll get some film of making the drawers and that tomorrow. Bye for now. Friday morning. Yeah, first job I can do now is to disconnect the temporary bed and start getting the main new bed frame in position and worked out. The centre frame in position, and then that's the little back frame which fits in at the, obviously the back of the bed, so yeah, I can now start cutting and adapting these slatted frames up to work, and then I can then start making the drawer boxes. So yeah, all in all, it's all progressing very well. And I see we've released the video this morning, and already some lovely comments are coming in. Thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying it all. Well, we're getting on quite. I've been cracking on with the bed, as you can see, but now I've just stopped for a little bit of lunch, like, and I'm just sat here having a bit of bread and cheese, and I thought it was quite funny because I see these crackers I got. It says a cracking lunch, so cracking on, and I'm having a cracking lunch. And also I discovered, I was in this farm shop the other day, this new cake called Yorkshire Brack by a company called Botham's of Whitby, and apparently Elizabeth Botham has been baking cakes for 144 years. I don't think she's still alive, but obviously it's still the name. But that's a cracking bit of fruitcake, that is. I don't know if it's going to put Mrs. Crimble in the shade or not, but just thought I'd share that little one with you. So anyway, I'll come back to you later on, and I'll see everybody likes the latest episode and about the escapade with Mr. Tripod and the amputation. Glad it's given everybody a good laugh. Well, we're still on the crossbred. It's all progressing very well. I've just got to now put on these finishing trims across here and across the back there. I've adapted all the slats near enough. I've done a little makeup piece on the back here because I did like, you know, because I didn't like the idea of the mattress being able to push down at the back. So that alleviates that little problem. Probably I'm just getting a little bit too finicky about it, but nothing wrong in that, I suppose. At least you end up with a good job at the end of it. But yeah, so anyway, there we go. Yeah, hello there again. Tripod said, come on, he said, you ain't used me since you bloody took my leg off. Only once on the outside when you done the board. He said, I want to get back to work. So anyway, he's back to work. Little shortcut or little trick I do, I don't know if anybody else does this, but get a bit of sandpaper or glass paper, abrasive paper, whatever you want to call it. Get some spray tack adhesive, get an offcut of timber, and then all I do is stick that down there like that. I don't know if you can see that. I'll hold it up for the camera and fold it around like so, and again like so, and like so, and then you've got a really good sanding stick. It keeps the paper nice and flat, and so if you want to sand something and trim something back, you can get a nice good edge on it. But yeah, I've been doing that for years. Like, the other good thing is that this is a tip for the ladies. If you've got a lot of hard skin and you run out of abrasives, go in the old man's workshop and you can do this to do your heels and your hard skin on your feet. But there we go. Just thought I'd give you that one today. Speak to you all later. Yeah. Here's the old bit of sandpaper. What I've done on these ends here, because this board had been mitered, I've took the mitre to get this joint round here. I've now cut that mitre off, so I just want to clean that edge up. And so this is where this sanding block comes in. There, see, I've now cleaned that up, and that's made a good edge, because when I put the piece of ply on the edge of the slatted board, that will now just locate on that position there. So I've done that on all the four corners. So I'm just going to go around with this and clean all the edges up, and we get on to the next bit. Well, as I said to you before, this birch plywood is lovely to work with. You get a nice finished edge. I'll put a little bevel on there later on with the router, just to finish that off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, well, that was good. Nice to be like doing an Arnie then, wasn't it? Be back, see me back. But anyway, that's what I was showing you. I'm trying to show you. I better not do too much, otherwise we'll have nothing left, will we? But there we go. Well, the weather hasn't come to much. We've had a little flurry of snow, but nothing to shout about, but it has got actually colder. What I'm on now is I'm just cutting up some of this birch ply to make some of the drawers to go under the bed. So yeah, here we go. It's a bit noisy and dusty, so anyway, I'll come back. Yeah, hello there. I think I've been neglecting you all a bit today because I've just been cracking on, but anyway, I thought I'd actually pick the camera up and show them what's going on. Basically, I've got the bed back on the bench here now, or the main part of the bed, so I'm just doing the drawers for it. So there's one of the drawers I'm just sorting out now for the bottom, so that'll go in like so. As I say, the two panels that drop in at the bottom of the bed, one will go in there and one will go on the other side. Well, I'm also now going to cut a panel out on here at the foot of the bed and get another drawer going in that way, and then that's really sort of maximise the storage facility underneath the bed. And at the same time we've got storage, but we've also got airflow to go underneath as well to keep the bed well aired. But yeah, that's where we're at. I've got that drawer made, the other drawers down there, and as you can see, I'm in the right bloody pickle, but that's how I get progress, is just cracking on and clear up when I can't find anything really. But there we go. It's nearly time for me tea and cake, so catch you all later. Good evening. Saturday evening, little update. I've got the centre part of the bed out here on the trestles, and I've just been doing the drawers. This is the bottom drawer that's done. Let's just go have some more bits on the runners done. So that goes there, and then that will go in there. I've just got to make an alteration down that end, and yeah, that will slide away in there when we've got the walkthrough going. So yeah, I'm quite pleased where we're getting to, but I'm going to leave it there tonight and put my bed on the floor, because I don't want to put all that back in just to sleep on it and take it all out in the morning. So yeah, I'll leave it there for now. Good morning. Let's see if the weatherman was... Oh look, we got some bit of snow out here. Yeah, not that much, but a bit of a dusting. Yeah, a bit of a dusting here. There we go. Carrying on with the drawer boxes. We'll shut this door up. And yeah, I'm just putting the router around the top just to take the edge off. This is the second drawer box. I've got the other one done, so there's not too much to do on this now. There we go. Just a little bit of hand finishing. Well, did quite a lot of hand finishing. Because you can't rely on the machine to do it all. You know, it's the final trim up by hand that gives it that quality finish, really. Yeah, another day, 8 o'clock. I was up early this morning, but yeah, hopefully have this lot finished today, so we'll speak to you all later. Yeah, I'm just going to put this through the saw bench because I need to cut out the hole for where the drawer is going on the foot of the bed. I totally forgot where I was then, but yeah. So I'm just going to run the 2 straightforward cuts, and I cut the other bit out with the jigsaw. So hopefully I got it in the right place. Get another little mark on there. Well, that's the first cut. I've got to do the other one now. Right, that should be right. I hope it's right. Right, so that's the 2 cuts made. I've got to turn it over and cut the other bit out with the jigsaw. We'll have a look now, see if I've got it in the right place or not. I say we're a bit chopped up on room. It's not really heavy, this isn't. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're in the confines of the... So I can cut the other bit out of the jigsaw now. I can find the jigsaw amongst all the rubbish and all my mess. There it is. Yeah, we need a bloody can to clear up there because everything's just like bloody muddy. Yeah, if health and safety see how I work, they'd have a bloody field day, but touch wood, I'm pretty careful, I don't get many accidents really. Yeah. Pencil. I just mark these through here so I can just finish that off. And it'll be a clean up with the sanding block, and then we've got the opening for the drawer box that's going at the foot of the bed. Straight. Oh shit. That's right, we can still use it. Well, I thought I cut it out on the wrong end then, but we're right. Right, there we go. Here's the hole I cut out earlier. This is, to say, the drawer that's going in the foot of the bed. So I've got the runners all now in there. These two side drawers now are all basically finished. Sliding well. Yeah, no metal runners, just do it old school, just piece of wood and that. Don't need to start spending money out on runners and stuff really. It's just something else to go wrong, like. So the worst that can go wrong with a wooden runner is that it wears out really, and you can just put another piece of wood in there. But there we go. Those things aren't really done these days, but yeah, gone quiet. Anyway, I'm going to stop and have a bit of breakfast now, and then we'll get back to this. I've got a new one today. This is egg and beans on toast. But when you're short of cooking equipment, all I did was crack the one egg into the beans and mixed it around so you get like scrambled egg and beans mixed. So yeah, there's a new one. I either like it or loathe it. I'm just finished making the drawer boxes now for this other centre drawer. So yeah, I'll just show you how. I'm just going to do the joint on this end of the front of the drawer. I've already done the rebate for the bottom, but that's the drawer front done, and that's the side, and then basically that will just glue on and pin on like so, and then that'll make the drawer box. So I've just got to cut the bases now, and then we can get them all glued up. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. Snow ain't come to nothing much here anyway. Right, we're just going to put the drawer boxes together now, so I thought I'd just show you that. As I say, you say drawer, but there's only, I've got 3 drawer boxes, because what I've done, come out. It's always so it never goes quite right, does it? But then that's a good thing, that's what makes it funny, isn't it? That's better. Because I've got, what I've done, I've made 2 little drawer boxes and 1 larger drawer box. Now what will happen is the 2 little drawer boxes will slide in first, and then the other drawer box will push them to the back. So I've just really maximised everything possible for storage, really, making use of the space. And because I had all this birch plywood left over, all the offcuts, and that's worked out really well, because basically it's made all the everything for the bed. The only thing I had to buy other than the birch plywood was a bit of 2B1 batten that I needed, but other than that it was all, obviously I know I did pay for the plywood originally anyway, but it's just nice to know that you've actually well, I use up all my stuff. I never buy stuff. When I see what people chuck in the skip, you know, it gets, you know, there's a few bits gone in here which have come out the skip, like, because I've gone down there and I just happen to need a bit of this or a bit of that, and it's in the skip. So yeah, you don't see me chuck much away timber wise, because there's always a use for it, like, you know, or the last bits and pieces would normally get chopped up for firewood. But I think the wood skip here on the marina here, I think it's somebody obviously takes the wood for the skip goes, whether they got, I don't know, one of the biomass boilers or whatever you call them. But anyway, we're just putting a few staples in here now, stop me waffling on. Hopefully they won't split out the side, but if they do, it's just one of them things, I have to just trim them off. And I knew that would kick in when I was filming the bloody jet compressor. Another thing is, you see me work, I use the saw bench, so I've just put that on there now, and because I know the saw bench is square, that's telling me that that drawer box has gone together really square. I've got a couple of staples come through the side, but I'll trim them up later on when it's all gone off. But basically that's one drawer box done, little drawer box. So yeah, these two, they'll slide in, and then the other one will slide in front of them. So, you know, they're quite a reasonable size just to put bits and bobs in, like, you know, if you've got any bits and bobs. I know whoever indoors would have lots of bits and bobs you'll want to keep, but there we go. You don't need to see me put the other two together. Right, hello there. Well, we're just about ready to put the bed in now, so I thought I'll show you. Basically, it consists of the 2 parts. You've got this one centrepiece here and this back frame here, so that basically, because when I do the floor, I'll be flooring right underneath the bed, so it's all neat and tidy. And also, if I ever want to get the sides off you know, I'm making this so basically the only time I can take everything apart on the boat really. So basically these bits go in like so. This all joins up like so. I'll put a couple of clamps on there a minute. A little tap up there with the hammer somewhere, a block of wood. So you never prepare, never have everything, but anyway, it's getting a bit late in the day now, don't be worrying too much about that. But yeah, we get the idea. So we're going to put a few screws in here because I'll be sleeping on it tonight. Let's pull that one up. That goes in like so. To tap up that end as well. Yeah, that goes in there. Oh, the jeans are falling down. You want to see the workman's bum, do we? I just stick these little packers under here because although it don't make a difference, it does. These packers are the thickness of the floor that's going down, so I'm putting an Antico floor down. And they're about 2-3 mil thick, and so I'm just keeping it up. Otherwise, where you got all the joins for the drawers and that, it can all fall out a bit. So that will just stop it from blowing about. And because I've let these in, that's not going anywhere. I'm not just relying on screws in the back rail, they're actually sitting on the panels there, so you know, it's super strong. So just pop that in there. Like so. These bed frames on. Good old IKEA. It's very good at make these because they've cut up really well. Oh, wrong way round. Get out from there. Little running problem to do there, so I allow for. Losing my bloody jeans tonight. And it can't be because I'm losing weight. Probably got up this end of the bath, off in a minute. that one in. You get the drift. And then what have we got? And there you go, you got the, so when we're in day bed mode, the slats, the end slats go in under the bed like a drawer. I've left this one out because I've got all the junk piled up there. But basically, on with that one, that's what that little block there is for, just to locate these to stop them sliding about. So that comes out like so. Go there like so, and there's your bed all ready to make up. So basically now the bed's good as finished. We've got the drawer there either side, and as I say, that all goes back in there. Same the other side, got another drawer. Then we got this drawer here, and then as I say, what I've also done is made these two little drawers that basically, and really that's about basically going to wrap it up for this week. I've had enough. It's Sunday night, 6 o'clock. And it's another week tomorrow, so we'll be on with something else. Right, I thought I'd better do another ending because I cut my head off in the last bit. But anyway, yeah, we're all good as done here now, the bed. I've just done the measurements here, which I'm going to send that over to Cindy, because then, you know, she'll then get on in a week sometime and get on and sort out what mattress she wants, and basically get on and get it organised and get it made. But made me laugh because when I was on about mattress, I suddenly remembered about the Monty Python sketch and the mattress sketch. I don't know if anybody remembers that who are watching, but it's quite hilarious, like, or it did seem hilarious all them years ago. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for the new subscribers, all the lovely messages, and I'm glad you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying doing it. Speak to you all later.